our studios.
I can't quite remember how that one goes. I gotta admit, I'm a little high.
No, Biggie, I'm cool.
It's Luch Dog in the morning.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Skater D.
Hey, I'm John Charles Meyer, producer of Dave Made a Maze.
Hey, what's up? This is Scott Ladotti, author of Play the Devil, and you are listening to Luch Dog.
Luch Dog.
Luch Dog.
This is Andy fucking Cruz from SiriusXM 415, and you're listening to Luch Dog in the morning.
#1 podcast in the world. Yeah, boy.
Welcome back, folks. Oh, man, we're pumped to start another Friday with you guys. Thank you for hanging out. It's 10 a.m. on the East Coast, and we're right here in Studio A. So welcome to the show, my wonderful friends. How are we feeling today on a beautiful Friday morning? Ready to start the weekend? Go out, get yourself laid? Maybe just stay in, Netflix and chill. You can do that too. We'll find out what's going to happen from the Santa Monica newsroom with my man and co-host, Matty Potts. What's up, dude?
Greetings and salutations.
Good morning, sunshine. Belly Matt LaBelle, the producer of the show, and also, he just pretty much makes everything run here. How are you, sir?
How you doing?
I'm doing real good, Joey. Thank you very much. We'll discuss why he's doing his best Matt LeBlanc impression. That show episodes is real good, man. We'll get into that. The Olympics started, so we're going to start there, but we've also got Christmas cards and what the hell to do with them. Birthday cards. Belly got a ticket and he got out of it. Belly was driving 45 miles an hour over the speed limit and did not get a reckless. That's correct.
It was not 45.
Whatever, it was close. And it was all because of what we've been telling you guys to do. Right here, it's your Luch Dog tip of the week, so enjoy that. Matty Potts, I've got ways that you can get a police escort. I would like to get into that.
I think I'm deserving of a police escort.
I agree. In fact, that would be something funny to start with. Belly got a ticket yesterday. Now, I have always, in fact, why don't you just walk us through? Can you take us through what's going on? You're coming home. What's the deal?
So I got off work early. I went out for a little bit, had some food, things like that, and then I went home. And there's this road I got to drive through to get to where I'm going to get home. And, of course, it was probably about, let's see what time the ticket says.
What's the police officer's name?
The recorded time was 12:15 p.m., even though it was a.m.
Yeah,
That's
a.m.
Incorrect on the ticket here.
Could get that tossed.
I wonder if he can get that tossed. No. I wasn't driving in daytime.
You know, I feel bad because the guy was really nice. He even misspelled the road I was on.
Potts, listen to this. This guy's giving him, like, tips. He's like, I always sit here, so just be careful every night.
Yeah, I sit here a lot.
Like, what? White people problems.
So I get pulled over, and I'm like, all right, I have no freaking idea what the speed limit is on this road. I have no freaking idea how fast I was going. And so I turn off the car. I turn my my head lamp on, and then I pull the Luch Dog, and I put both hands on the completely rolled down window.
You roll down a window, and you put both hands right there on the window rolled down.
And then
that is excessive.
Potts, we've talked about this before. I have never gotten a full ticket when doing that, and I'm talking.
Okay, all right.
Like 5 or 6 times I've gotten either a warning or a lesser ticket. This dude's going 45 miles an hour over the speed limit. Didn't get arrested.
I mean, that alone is shocking to me. But just Belly does not seem like a speeder to me.
I was going 71 in a 35, which is 36 over the speed limit.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. I mean, nobody got hurt and everybody's okay, so that's fantastic.
So, yeah.
I mean, 70 miles an hour in almost a school zone.
Right, and not only that, I was also, my registration on my tags is expired. Now, I have renewed my registration.
He did it online. His tags
did it online, but
I
just gotten the registration in the mail.
But I'm telling
I had to
you,
give him my expired registration.
But if you do not want to get a ticket, just roll your windows down when you're sitting there waiting for the cop to walk up to you. Roll your window down, put your hands on the empty window, on the rolled down window, right on the door frame there. Just put them both there because, Potts, I want you to think about something.
Yeah.
Belly is not intimidating to you. You're a police officer. You're pulling over Belly. He's not intimidating. But
well,
you don't know
Can
him.
I just back you up before you even a cop has no idea who's intimidating, who's not when you're walking up. A cop has zero idea what he's walking into.
I did everything.
And that's got to be the scariest part of the job, in my opinion.
That's the whole point. And a police officer himself told me, if you want to put the police officer who's pulling you over in the best possible mind frame to give you a break, take the edge off and just put your hands on the window frame so that they can see them and they're not freaking out that they're walking up to somebody who's going to stab them or shoot them.
Yep.
All right. Well, you
Especially
didn't say that a cop told you to do that. I mean, that's different. I mean, that's some good advice.
I've said
that's
that
awesome.
maybe on 4 different shows.
Well,
actually, I don't know if I've ever mentioned that. Yeah, it is straight from a cop's mouth. So they told me to do it. I listened, and it works every time.
And I was also
That's
very
great.
respectful. I even asked for permission to go into my glove box in front of the cop.
Right.
Because you don't move around while the cop's walking up to your car.
Potts, do you know what? Do you know what a
don't
police
do.
officer looks for when they pull you over? Do you know what they do? And they sit there and they wait and they watch you for a second once they've pulled you.
To see if you lean over or something.
They
or
look at your shoulders.
to grab something.
They look at your shoulders and they look for what they call a shoulder dip. So if you're watching,
To see if
obviously.
you're,
well, go ahead. What do you think that is?
No, to see if you're maybe hiding something or grabbing something.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, what I always do, the thing that I do, I mean, I guess we all have little things that we do when we get pulled over. When he's asked for my license and registration, I always say I'm going in my glove box.
Absolutely.
Because that could
Absolutely.
always be a sketchy situation. So I do say that. And I think even if they're not worried or they weren't thinking about that, they're super appreciative that you're communicating with them because you're respectful of their situation.
Mm-hmm.
But I always seem to get tickets, so I don't know. Maybe it's not,
I got a ticket.
He got a ticket, but he didn't get a reckless, and he could have gotten 2 reckless.
I could have gotten basically 2 reckless. 71 and 35. That's 36 miles an hour over. Now, last time I paid a ticket in Virginia, it was a long time ago. I think it was 24.
Yeah, he had some good
23.
positive points on his license. But the point is, though, you want to put the police officer in the best possible mood. You want to, as quickly as possible, disarm them and make them realize this is just going to be a random, normal traffic stop. This is not going to be anything weird. I don't have to be on edge. This guy gets it. That's your best chance of getting a warning.
I might just go ripping down Santa Monica Boulevard so I can try that theory. I kind of want to try it now. You've completely flipped me. In one conversation, I'm like, I want to see if it works.
Can we get somebody like Clyde? We'll get Clyde. Clyde the intern. Clyde doesn't come on the microphones, but Clyde, would you do that for us? Why not? That's right. No, his record's a little sketch. His record's a little sketch.
We also don't pay him enough so where he can pay a ticket.
He can't afford the
if
ticket.
If he does get a ticket, he can't pay. We don't pay him.
Is there anybody out there who has a pristine driving record that doesn't mind us giving you a ticket? Obviously, you're going to get something, but you're going to get less. I'm telling you, you're going to get less. You're going to get off on this. But this made me think. And again, if you'd like to comment, 571-354-7338, or hit us up on the social media lounge right there on TTR Studios is the channel on YouTube. We appreciate all you guys watching. Thank you. We love you guys. And listening on the podcast as well. So text or write in. What do you do when a cop pulls over? That's fine. When he pulls you over, is there anything you have, a trick for the listeners that we could all share and learn from? I would like to know, while those are coming in, okay, so this is what happened to me. I was driving yesterday, and I started thinking about if I was to get pulled over, okay? Now,
how often do you think about that while you're driving?
Yeah, really.
Well, for some reason,
I think about it as I'm getting pulled over.
Well, no, my brain... my brain really randomly went to this scenario. What situation, if any, would make this possible? Cop comes behind you, whoop, whoop, puts on the lights.
Hold on.
Thank you. And now I'm driving, and I do not slow down. I do not look to get over. In fact, out my window, I put my hand and I wave him to come up to me.
What?
Is that possible? Do you think in any situation the police officer will actually come up to you to try to talk to you through your window as if something's going on here?
While you're driving?
While I'm driving and not slowing down.
Not a chance in heck.
Well, what's he going to do? Just stay behind me and think that this is a car chase? No, obviously I'm telling you, come here.
No, he's...
No.
That's what I would do.
No.
Are you crazy?
No, he's calling for backup.
Do that.
Follow me here. Follow me here. Bro, I'm sure he's calling for backup.
I got a waiver.
Because every now and then you see in the news a really cool story from a police officer. One that was floating around Facebook yesterday. I didn't end up reading the whole story, but it was like this police officer saw a homeless woman who was pregnant lying on the street and couldn't help it. and ended up getting her some help. Like, police officers every now and then make a judgment call of something that maybe isn't on their duty, but this would be, I'm a civil servant here. I'm here to help.
Above and beyond.
So, maybe, let's just say this police officer listens to me and follows my wave and now is even with me window to window.
While you're driving
While
down
I'm
the
driving
road.
and
No,
clearly unable to stop. And I
Why
say
can't
to
you stop?
him,
I'm in speed 3.
I say to him, this is my only possible outcome where this could happen, and I want to know, can you think of another one? She's pregnant in the back seat. She's pregnant in the back seat. Help me. Get in front of me. I'm going to Fairfax Hospital. She's pregnant in the back seat. I can't stop.
Right.
Now,
Oh,
I
well,
could
I
see
guess
a police officer in that situation going, I don't know what to do. This is not my job. Fuck it. Escorting them all the way
And I'll give him a ticket when he gets there.
Maybe. But I could
I totally
see
disagree
that
that's not their job. I completely disagree.
That's what I mean. Is it their job? Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Like I said,
Their job is to protect and
Sure.
serve.
I can tell you he doesn't want to be the doctor delivering that baby on the side of the street after he pulled you over. That's for sure.
He doesn't want anything to do with
Even
that,
though
Belly.
they are trained for that.
You have. It's like is helping. It's the same thing as like in the restaurant business. Like when someone asks you to do something that like makes something that's on the menu, you never say no to the guest.
Sure.
The only time you say no to a guest is when serving them is going to prevent you from serving the 20 other guests that are in the restaurant.
Freeze there.
So that's the thing.
Actually, keep going. But Belly, didn't you just have that at the bar? Go ahead and finish with that when he's done. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So yes, if the cop looks at the big picture, is that his specific job? Maybe not. But if you pull over and give birth on the side of the road, it's probably going to cause complete chaos in the middle of rush hour traffic. It's going to affect all these other cars. So if you think about it, yes, it is his job, because if he doesn't help you, he's going to be screwing all of these other people. So it's kind of the reverse psychology of what I just said in the restaurant. It's you have to help one person, because if you don't, you're going to screw 1,000.
Very good.
And so that's my mentality. And not only that, but like you've got a guy that's freaking out, his wife's in the back seat pregnant. So it's like just being a good person on top of that. I mean, can we just be good human beings?
Belly, what did somebody ask you for the bar that you told them, no, I can't do that? Do you see that there's 1,000 people here?
I had a wedding group roll in, and I was straight up like with this person. I just went no, and it's because he asked me after making 5 drinks for his group of people. Asked me specifically, said, "Hey, could you take a picture of us?" And I said, "You see everyone here at this bar, son?
Son.
Yeah.
You were just at a wedding with all of these people, and you can't ask one of them to take a picture of you. Instead, you ask me, the person making the drinks for all these people. Ask somebody else in the room."
So you didn't say no. You actually kind of lectured him.
Yeah. Not only did he say no, he told him how to live.
I said no. I'm busy. Ask someone in this room you just were at a wedding at.
But I mean, that's a whole that happens to me all the time. Can I come up and use your charger? Can I charge my phone up at the DJ table? Get the fuck out of here. Are you kidding me?
You know how many times I get asked?
There's like 70 outlets around the room. No, I'm not babysitting your phone.
Fun fact for you. I'll tell you another fun fact about chargers at the bar.
All right, and then we'll go right back to the police officer.
It's 100% of the time iPhone users. 100% of the time. Not a single time have I ever been asked if I have a Samsung charger, which I do because I have a Samsung phone.
Yeah, that's because iPhones suck.
100% of the time,
Potsy's
it's
right.
an iPhone user asking me, "Do you have an iPhone charger at the bar?"
So
What are you insinuating? iPhone users
batteries
charge
suck.
their phones before they leave?
No, I think he's saying iPhone users are not nearly as respectful as people, and they're also a little bit more ditzy than Android users.
Their other problem is they have an iPhone whose battery is at 5% at 5 o'clock in the afternoon because the battery sucks on your phone.
Right. It's not our fault. It's the stupid a-holes at Apple.
You bought it.
It's a conspiracy. It's a battery conspiracy. I'm telling you.
All right. So what other situations? What other situations do you think?
Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me try that. This is what I was going to do. That's my iPhone powering down.
What other situations do you think that because that I could see happening. I could see a police officer going, all right, yeah, I mean, Potts just made the argument. That is his job, right? So what other situations?
What's he going to say? No?
Yeah, right. What's he going to, like, start bashing you off to the side of the road, like
You're flying down the road, which is already an unsafe situation. Right. So if he doesn't help you, what is it? Yes, he has to help
So the question
you.
becomes, is there another situation you can think of where that might actually be acceptable, to wave the cop up to you when you're trying to get pulled over?
No. because the other thing you got to think about is the cops not going to pull up. I don't think the cop's going to pull up.
I wonder if they would in general. I'd love to talk to a police officer. Potts, you kind of cut out there. What were you saying?
It was like a gunshot, if someone was injured in the back seat. I mean, anything like that, I think would be acceptable. But
I want to know how that person got shot, though.
Because I was thinking maybe if like there was like somebody in the back of the car with like a gun to your head and saying "drive here."
Well, yeah, something like that.
But I think I would rather get pulled over at that point. I just pull the hell over.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And you get shot in the head.
You're right. I'd prefer to
So
not
I think
get...
pregnancy is the only time that you can wave a police officer up to you, and maybe not get punched in the face and arrested.
And gunshot wounds.
Okay.
Yeah,
Very
I
good.
would say that's probably the only instance because most of the time they're probably pretty wary of someone still driving and pulling up next to them because I'm sure a lot of bad things happen that way too.
I was driving home from a wedding one time, and I this police officer. I'm coming out of like Shenandoah, like I'm up in the mountains in like the Shenandoah Park. So there's just this police officer sitting on the side of the road, and man, he pulled me over, and I'm coming back from a wedding. It's like 10:30, and I mean, I'm fine. I'm not drunk or anything, but there's a speaker in my front seat, in front of my seat, and it's right in front of in between my seat and my glove compartment. So to get to my glove compartment, I had to pick the speaker up, and he's over there on that passenger side window. So he said, "Can I see your license and registration?" I said, "Absolutely. I'm sorry, I got to move this speaker, and then I got to get into my glove compartment." And I picked up the speaker, and there's like 2 empty Cuervo bottles. One of them has like 4 shots in it.
Ooh.
Like, and I'm talking about fifths. These are fifths. These are not like little These are like, an empty fifth and a fifth with like, I don't know, 4 shots in it.
Open container.
And he tells me that could have been, he's like, I can give you an open container for that, right? And I said, that's closed. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Do that.
Not true. It has been opened from the seal. It is now an open container, even though that it is closed. That has to go in the trunk. Did you know that?
Yes.
I did not know that.
I knew that because one of my friends got in trouble for that exact thing.
Well, clearly I didn't get a ticket because I had my hands on the edge of the window when he walked up. Didn't even get a ticket. Got a complete warning. See ya. But I didn't know that. In my eyes, it was closed.
No, if a container is opened at all one time, it's open forever.
Absolutely. That's the thing now. I didn't know that. So be careful out there with that. Very good. All right. I'm good.
I'm gonna try this hand thing.
Yeah, just do your best to get pulled over.
I wonder if it's coastal.
Sure it'll be just a matter of time before I'm pulled over again.
Is it national? Is this something that's an East Coast phenomenon? I need somebody from the West Coast to tell me next time you get pulled over, put your hands on the window, roll down your window, put your hands on the car door. And see if I'm
gonna do it, and the guy's gonna like cuff me because he thinks I'm like turning myself in or something. Whatever. I'm gonna be real pissed if I end up in jail.
Pay the man, baby.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a little bit of a break. That sounds good. Thank you, Felicity Jane. I got a beef with her, by the way. I want to talk to her. I want Felicity back on the show. Can we do that?
Sure.
All right, we'll make that happen. Sounds good. Take a quick break. When we get back, we're going into the Korean Olympics. Is it South Korea or North Korea?
I'm guessing South.
Probably going to be South Korea, I would assume. Stupid question.
South.
All right, let's just, All right, we'll take a break. We get back. It's Luch Dog in the morning.
At litmradio.com.
Marinate Restaurant puts a unique twist on fast casual dining by starting with only the freshest ingredients to slow cook delicious melodies of taste and colors that are sure to delight your senses. Whether you're craving the Chipotle pulled pork sliders, honey basil chicken tacos, or the infamous kitchen sink wrap, Marinate has something for everybody with tons of vegetarian options too. It's the perfect choice of catering for your offices or events with fast and friendly service from a brand new store on Melrose and Western. Stop by today, or you can order online at marinateyourlife.com.
Yay for Taco Tuesday! Don't forget, buy one, get one free. All damn day!
Tacos, wraps, sliders, and sides. Slow cooked to perfection at Marinate Restaurant. marinateyourlife.com.
What's up, y'all? It's Maddie Mads here. This show is sponsored by TTR Studios. Whether it's weddings, parties, karaoke, audio, video production, and all your entertainment needs, call TTR Studios, LLC at 703-850-2223 or check them out at ttrevents.com. Start the show, Luch.
Welcome back, folks. 10:20 on the East Coast. Thank you to everybody watching in the YouTube live stream. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. The numbers are growing every day. If you're a One Wheel fan, can't wait for next Tuesday to talk to you guys about some more floating, some more shredding. If you're not a One Wheel fan, what are you doing? Get out there and get yourself one. It's only like $80 a month if you put it on credit. I'm telling you, thing's amazing. Belly's about to start riding. Belly, you pumped?
Cha-ching.
Do we have a, what is this you have about Luch Dog in the morning on social media?
So one of our former guests we've had on, guest co-host we've had here at Luch Dog in the Morning, way back. Actually, right around over a year ago, we started re-recording, doing recordings of the show. Braden Walker, a.k.a. the Brax.
Oh, Braxton Blue, what's up, dude?
Went back into the archives this morning. Archives. Rookie mistake.
Pull it together, Belly. Come on.
Went back into the archives this morning, getting back in the podcast roots with Adam Carluccio and Matt LaBelle on Luch Dog in the Morning. Reason being, we had a nice little conversation on the Philadelphia Eagles fans. Let us know if you agree with us. These guys made huge strides in the podcast game lately, and it's still my favorite show to listen to every Wednesday and Friday morning.
Wow.
Check them out and subscribe to their channel. Highly recommended.
Look at that, Braxton Blue. Thank you, sir.
And that was the Tides They Are Changing episode.
That was a good show. Potts, do you miss the millennials?
I do, actually. That was always some fun combos with them.
Braxton
sure.
Tucci's
Hearing their
were the
point
best.
of views was interesting, to say the least.
I don't know if you guys saw this. We'll just call this blowing ourselves. We'll call this dusting our shoulders off. This was actually pretty neat. For sometimes I'm trying to think of like random, like weird ways to get people to listen to the show, and I'm just like, you know what? I'll PayPal you $10 to a listener just because I want to buy you lunch, right? I mean, that's just a random thing to do. Sometimes I don't even know if people care. But, you know, I'm just like, all right, let's give away $10. This is just an example of how if people's heads are in the right place, like, you don't think about it, but you can really make some change here. This is awesome. A listener writes in, last week I was announced as the winner for the week's drawing on the Voice of One Wheel podcast, which is what we do on Tuesdays. The next day I received $10 in my PayPal for lunch, courtesy of TTR Studios. I love what this community has become, what the show represents, and how we are pooling together to make Float Life Fest 2018 bigger and better. For those who didn't make it last year, you missed out, and I hope you can make it this year. I had planned on taking that $10 and getting a Texas-sized chicken fried steak lunch from a local favorite diner and posting a pic in thanks to Adam Carluccio and Justin Thompson and Belly Matt LaBelle. But today I thought, how can I make that $10 even bigger? I found an organization called Convoy of Hope who runs a program called Feed One, and you can check them out here, feedone.com. Saw the word one, then I found out that my $10 could feed a child for one entire month, so it seemed like a perfect fit. Thanks again, TTR Studios, for the win and helping me find a way to pay it forward, as I've seen this community do in more ways than one. That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, there it is. Okay. So I was waiting for something. Yeah, that is really awesome. So Sean Schwantes, pretty badass, man. And this community of listeners that we've got here has been really blowing me away. I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate it. So thank you. Let's get into the Olympics here a little bit because Belly is excited. Potts couldn't care less, and neither could I.
Curling, baby. Winter Olympics.
Get the hell
curling
outta here.
Time. Get your curling hats on.
Curling. But this is interesting, Potts. So before we get into the Olympics, I had somebody reach out to me about a DJ gig for the opening ceremony of the Olympics. Now, the Olympics are in South Korea, correct? Did we fact check that? Thank you, Clyde.
Correct.
They say to me, we want to have K-pop. We want to have it like a whole bunch of K-pop. And I'm like, what's K-pop? Does anybody know what K-pop is?
Yeah.
Adam does not know what
First of all, I hadn't even heard of Korean pop.
Pop music.
Korean pop music. Do we even have like can you just play an example of it? Just throw something on.
Yes.
Go ahead and throw something on. And so we'll put some K-pop on for you.
Been waiting for an excuse to play all my
chicks
K-pop
like
albums.
Is it like Tweak and
and I'm just like, is that? Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
No, it sounded great. That's apparently exactly what it's like. They
girls
wanted
dancing around in my head right now.
so they wanted me to play a bunch of K-pop, which I guess sounds like this.
Hold on.
Oh, it's coming.
It's coming.
Oh, I can.
It's coming after this ad about George Washington crossing the Delaware
Oh man,
Street.
that's a good one. The Geico ad. Either way, I just can't wait to tell you what they thought the DJ was going to be able to do for them. It's coming.
It's 15 seconds.
Oh man. Okay, no worries. Just give me a thumbs
Where was the party at?
The party was in D.C., okay? And they wanted to have a K-pop theme. Now, K-pop sounds like this.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com.
Oh, get it out of here!
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm not yelling at you.
Top 10 K-pop songs. Like, these are the top 10 iconic K-pop songs.
Play another one.
Let's see if I can find.
I want something in the background of this conversation.
Yeah.
Lyrically,
doesn't just raise the bar.
Hold on. I got one.
Oh, Potts has got one?
No? All right. Let's see. All right. Here we go.
So basically pop music.
Pop music
with
in
Korean
Korea.
words.
The videos are also very extreme. That's the other thing about K-pop is it's all visual too. It's
Right.
like a bunch of dancing, always like 5 people in the group or band.
Funny enough, this has nothing to do really with the story. The K-pop is not the thing. So this is great, but yes, this is something she's like, yeah, we want it to be K-pop oriented. And I said, that's cool. And then she said, actually, now we want to do karaoke with it.
You can't.
And I said, oh, hold on, Belly. So I said, okay, sure. Because Potts, he knows exactly. Guys,
How the hell are you going to do? I mean, are these Korean people? Like,
are
how
you
do
ready for this? Get the fail buzzer ready. Because I want the wah ready when you think that it should be put in here. She says to me, now, does your program have K-pop songs? Can it pull it up? And by the way, if it can, are the words going to be on the karaoke screen in Korean? And if so, can it translate them to English?
Whoa. Oh, wait, what happened?
Oh, that's okay.
Sorry, the volume was down.
That was a rough segment, guys.
I know, Felicity. We'll pull it together. That's okay. But that's what she asked me. Does your program does it translate?
Kara Fun.
Yeah. Does it translate the K-pop songs? Not only does it not have it, ma'am, but no, it's not going to translate them to English for you. What's the matter with you? I actually said, and I mean, I'm joking because I love my clients. But I actually said to her, ma'am, this is not something I feel comfortable with. I think you need to get a Korean DJ.
Yeah, he probably is much more.
I'm being honest with you. I don't know what these songs are. I'm not going to pull these. I'm not going to sit there and just like pull my hair out for 4 hours trying to figure out what you guys want.
Right. I mean, especially since you've already pulled all your hair out.
Yeah, I don't have. It's precious, man. I don't got much
Gangnam Style. That's K-pop.
Gangnam Style?
Yeah, it's K-pop.
But they don't know the Korean words, and they don't know how to translate it to English.
Well,
so this is just a recipe of a disaster. So I just thought, like, what do you think? Some of these people that ask me, they're like, yeah, we're going to set you up in the corner, and then we want your speakers over here 100 feet away. I'm like, they're like, can't you just put your speakers over there? They don't have to be wired to your board or anything. Like, what is the matter with you? Do you know nothing?
Yeah.
Most people don't know anything.
I know. I guess I should.
Also,
that.
Why does everyone every time call you and say, oh, by the way, we're thinking about doing... Everyone is always thinking about doing karaoke.
Yeah.
By the way.
Because
every single party he ever has to do, not a wedding, but a party, it's like, so we're thinking about doing karaoke. And
do you want to know why, though? Because you have to commit to it. It's a cool life. It's like a podcast. Potts, you can maybe speak to this. You're thinking about doing a podcast. You're floating around. I've noticed this with you, and I don't think it's anything to you. This is common to anybody starting a new creative project.
Yeah.
It's easy to come up with the idea. It's even easy to have some meetings about it and talk about it. But it is scary to commit to it and then put it in place and then put it out in the world and say, okay, now I got to do it.
Yeah. No, and I don't want to do it until I'm like totally sure that it's good, good. I mean, at least good enough by my standards. So, yeah, I mean, unless it's good. Like, I don't know. There's just so many people putting out bullshit that, yeah, you're hesitant because you don't want to be one of those people. And, like, obviously this show I enjoy and I think is really good. And, like, the one wheel thing that you're doing I think is so awesome because you've tapped into this, like, community. Yeah. And that's really the thing, I think, especially with the podcast, is how to tap into a certain community or a certain group of people so you can kind of like get some exposure, but say something that people give a shit about. So
right. But that's the point of the karaoke. That's the same mindset of the karaoke hosts, these people who are doing like a party for their company or just their friends. Let's do karaoke. That would be like so much fun. But, like, I don't want to sing. Like, are you going to sing? Somebody else has got to sing. I'm not going to start it off. There's that whole, like, I don't want to commit to it. I just think it's a good idea. So they always start out that way. I'm thinking about karaoke. And then I'm just like, all right, I'll bring it. And then nobody ever really ends up doing it.
No.
Charge more for karaoke?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They break my shit, dude. You know how many people take my microphones and just drop it because they think it's funny, even though I tell them not to?
Mic drops at karaoke are very common.
I would have a mic drop security deposit.
I'm telling you, man, it's unbelievable. I've started saying to people, if you drop a mic, you're going to pay for that microphone. I've had somebody, just a poor girl was just a little drunk, which good. She's having a good time. She tripped over my mic stand, knocked it over. The mic goes crashing into my 50-inch TV screen that's showing them the words, completely smashes it. Broken, gone, see ya. So,
Did she pay for it?
No.
No, you're crazy. You should have a security
How are you
deposit.
gonna do that,
I'd be like,
dude?
if anything breaks for any reason because of your guest, it's being paid for.
Now I do that, but that was back in my first year. I mean, these stories happen. That's why I charge more for karaoke. It's the honest truth, because you got a bunch of drunk people coming up to my stuff, using my stuff, spitting all over my microphones, dropping them on the floors, cracking my screens.
How many people like put their mouths on the microphone?
Every one of them. I do. I know I do. That's why I only have one microphone for me. I don't give out my microphone. And then all the other ones, you guys can have them. I'm not
Have
doing
you ever
that.
actually had to charge someone the security deposit or whatever? Like a breakage?
Well, let me ask you this. So you're hosting the party, right? You're in the middle. You're the DJ. You're the focal point. Now somebody, a very tall woman, knocks over a microphone stand and smashes your TV and everybody sees it. So now they're all watching for your reaction. How do you react, Potts?
Well, I mean, again, if there's some sort of security deposit, you're just like, all right, well, that sucks. But
There wasn't
like,
one.
I'm not paying for it, so whatever. But I mean,
there was not one.
That's where I would be DJ. Well, I'm sure he was mad at this point, but I'd be just basically
DJ
like,
cool.
And that's how karaoke is done tonight. Everyone give a round of applause for a tall chick who just smashed my TV.
Right. Because she felt awful about it. Of
course she did.
She felt terrible. And I was just like, oh, it's not your fault, sweetheart. You're having a good time. That's okay. Don't even worry about it. Now, if you're that person, are you offering to pay the DJ for that TV? I don't think so.
Probably not, no.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would feel like you have to at least make that charity offer, even if you don't
Charity
want
offer,
to.
but you don't mean it. Oh, do you want me to buy that for it? Should I pay? Why don't you send me your email and I'll pay for that? And then you never hear from that person again.
Basically, yeah, that's what I would do. I like that answer.
That's my go-to.
So no, I don't like typically doing karaoke, but as far as the Olympics go, curling's cool. The winter's better than the summer,
Hockey,
right? I think we can say that winter's better
bobsled,
than summer.
Cool runnings on repeat for show.
Yeah.
Let's
yes,
see.
Cool runnings.
Great
movie.
like figure skating. I mean,
You like
it's,
figure skating?
Yeah, I mean, those women are very attractive.
Well, sure.
If they're of
Oksana
age.
Bayul, man, I remember her.
But it's more, I like the whole aspect of the Olympics, bringing the world together, competing. I love competition, so it's.
Well, that is true. It's kind of like, every state has a football team, and now it's like every state against each other except for California.
You're gonna watch
It's got
all
like
the
7 of them.
snowboarding stuff that goes on in the
I
Olympics.
love the snowboarding stuff, but I like that
Sure.
the nationalism behind it. That's a good point. It is for one 2-week session.
Yeah,
we're all
those
in it
guys from
together.
Australia who don't have any half pipes in there are gonna win all the medals. It's gonna be great.
What?
In snowboarding,
There's no half pipes in Australia.
there's half pipes, but they're not made of snow. I can tell you that.
They got to practice somehow. Got to get a one wheel. That's what it is. All right, that's good. We'll take us. Let's take us through. What did I have? I had a whole bunch of stuff for you guys today. We've got a fun one. If you want to talk about the Olympics with us, you can 571-354-7338, or hit us up on the social media lounge. Christmas cards, birthday cards. My family and I used to compete over who used to get this. Remember, our birthdays are all within a 20-day period. It's mine. No. It's my dad's. 10 days later, it's my mom's. 10 days later, it's mine, which is weird. So we used to compete. Who had the most birthday cards across the mantle?
What?
That was a little game we used to do. Because do you remember not so long ago when people used to send you cards on your birthday?
I'm all for competition, like I just said, but
friendly competition. I'm an only
Birthday
child.
cards?
So yeah, I would always compete with my parents. We would always have a little competition. Oh, I got 22 this year. It's a big one.
Did you ever lose is my question.
Yeah.
Can I just say, and kind of depressing about hearing about an only child. I don't know.
That sounds.
so
I don't know, man.
depressing to me.
I've never heard of any kind of competition like birthday cards.
Mom, Dad, call in the show. 571-354-7338. Come on, that's totally cool.
I bet you your mom's the one that racks up the birthday cards, though.
Should we call my mom on the air? That would be pretty good.
Right?
That would be pretty. You want to hear that? You want to hear from Auntie Lynn?
Why Adam never got any birthday cards?
Balls to do it. If you got the balls to do it.
Did she ever write you a fake birthday cards from friends to make you feel like you were getting more birthday cards? Is my question.
All right. Well, you can ask her yourself when we call her up right now. Let's pick up Mama Luch Dog.
She can't hear Potts.
Yeah, she can't. Oh, that's true. She can't hear Potts, but Potts can hear her. He'll get a kick out of it. Let's see what happens here with Lynn Carluccio and her baby boy.
Is this a first? Getting the parentals?
She's probably gonna freak the hell out.
She's gonna be like, nope.
Oh God.
Good morning.
Hello, Mother. You are live on the air. Luch Dog in the morning. How are you today?
Fine, thank you.
Mom, we're talking about, and Dad can chirp in here. We're sitting here on the show talking about with Potts and Belly, and they all say hello.
Hello.
Potts loves you.
Hi, guys.
Mom, do you remember when we used to do for birthdays, we used to do the competitions with the birthday cards on the mantle?
Yes.
What? Everybody's making fun of me, telling me we're crazy. Did I ever lose? You beat me a couple times, right?
Oh, I think I beat you more than once or twice.
There you go.
I'm a Luch Dog. Now, are we weird, or does anybody else do that? Where did you get that from?
No, I think it was because our birthdays were so close together.
Yeah.
You and Dad and I are 10 days apart. So the cards used to start coming for Dad's birthday. He'd get 2 or 3.
Oh, Dad never won.
No.
Dad's never win.
My birthday, I got so many cards.
See, I was going to say, you're the main winner. That's for sure.
You know Mama Luch is going to win and take it home. She's the mama bear.
Moms have lots of friends and, the relatives, whatever. And then you probably at that age when we were doing it didn't get quite as many, but as you got older,
no big deal. Kind of got a lot cooler.
Yeah, and then on the internet, Facebook and all that, you win hands down.
Well, thanks, Mom. You totally just transitioned right into what I was going to say. That's perfect. Who wins now? Who gets more birthday, happy birthdays, me or you on our Facebook pages?
Oh, absolutely, Luch Dog.
Yes.
Now, did you ever get him extra birthday cards? Like, did you ever buy extra birthday cards for Adam when
did
he was
you ever
younger
fake
to give
it?
him more birthday cards than he really expected?
Of course not.
All right, nice.
She's full of it. I can hear it in her voice. She's full of it.
Never.
Mom, did you fake it?
Never.
All right, I got to get you out of here. Do you want to say anything to Potts? He can hear you, but you can't hear him.
We miss you, Pot.
Hi, Auntie Lynn. I love you.
Wish you a little closer.
She wishes you were a little closer. He says, hi, I love you. All right, Mom, Dad, I love you guys. I'll let you go. Thank you, guys. We'll call you again. They're the best. Yeah, so there it is. And so the question becomes, now these Christmas cards are coming. I got I don't know, brides are sending me Christmas cards, which is kind of neat.
Fairly decent amount of Christmas cards.
Yeah, I meant to throw. Yeah, they're all there on the counter, and I've been saving them because I have a question. Potts, am I supposed to send a thank you for these? Do I have to send a thank you for getting a Christmas card?
No, hell no.
Okay,
thank
God.
What? No.
Thank you,
no.
God.
You only say thank you cards for Christmas gift or not Christmas, wedding gifts and stuff like that. Then you have to say thank you. But I feel like if you invite somebody to something or invite someone to your wedding registry and they do something, then yeah, you have to. But when a gift is implied, like Christmas, then no.
Well, but when
cards,
does the cycle
hell
end?
no, not for a card.
Right. When's the cycle gonna end? You're gonna send me a thank you for my thank you?
It's not a card. It's a phone call. You do it if someone sends me a card and there's a check in it, they get a phone call. If they send me a card with no check, no phone call. Maybe
No, I'm just talking about, Belly, you know what I'm talking about. The one page, this is our family Christmas card.
Yeah.
I don't have to send anything for that. That's
you
very
shouldn't have to
nice.
You could pump up the Luch Dog page and be like, hey, shout out to all my people I did weddings for this year. Thank you for the Christmas cards.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Well, I know this. We got into this because of Maddie Potts, so you have a story for this.
You should be sending Christmas cards to your clients. Do you do that? That's a good way to reach out.
No.
No? Oh, all right. Well,
hopefully they're only getting married once. He's never gonna have to work with these people again.
That would be a nice touch. Wait a minute. That's a really nice touch. You just gave me a genius idea because if I send out a card at the end of the year saying "Have a great first Christmas together," from your DJ, that's awesome.
That's
dude.
genius.
And not only that, but
All right.
at least 50% of marriages end in divorce. So you might be, they might need you again at some point, and then you could get 2 more deals because the girl's gonna get remarried and the guy's gonna get remarried.
Have you ever
So
done?
that's
Have you ever
2 more
done the
weddings.
second?
I haven't
wedding?
done the second one. Don't you think that'll be awkward to come back to the DJ who already wedded you and say,
Yeah.
"Can you wed me again?"
Guess you gotta kind of wipe the slate clean
Yeah.
completely, right? You can't.
I'm bad
go-
news at that point.
right?
I'm bad luck. I'm bad mojo.
Would you give them like a repeat rate?
Yeah, for more. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'd give him a discount.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Right on. So
Depends on
my
how the
mom-
first
Are we
marriage
still
ended.
talking about cards?
Yeah, because
I'm
what's up with
completely-
your Christmas card? You had this, and then we'll take a quick break in about 2 minutes. We can always tease this and get into it.
Just my mom, was a teacher for forever before she retired, and so we would grow up always doing arts and crafts. And like, she wants me to. She's awesome. She doesn't want any like material things. She doesn't care. She's like, Matthew, I just want you to make me a card. And I'm like, I mean, I'm working now 2 jobs, and I don't have time to sit and make a card. But like, should I make the time? I guess is what I'm saying. Am I being an
that's all
a-hole
she's
son?
asking
Like, should
you
I
to
make her
do.
a card?
She wants you to make the time. She doesn't care about buying something. She just wants you to sit down and think about mom for a little bit.
Yeah, 100%.
His mom
So,
and my mom might be from the same
do it.
place because my mom says
Screwed up
Matthew.
Christmas. I literally went to Christmas empty-handed, and she texted me like a couple days later, and she's like, "I was just disappointed you didn't make me a card." I was like, "Oh my god!" I actually have construction paper. Look, right here, sitting here on my desk, waiting. I've been ever since she sent me that text. I put construction paper on my table so I would remember to make her a card because her birthday is literally in like 3 weeks or
Mom
2 weeks,
shame.
3 weeks. So I mean, now I have to make 2 cards. I think I don't even know, or 1 mega card. It's so stressful. It's like so freaking stressful.
Do you think at some point we can find a way to get your mom on here because she would be phenomenal?
Yeah, I'm sure we could.
Wow,
I mean,
she
if
would
she
be
could figure out how
great.
to use like Skype. I mean, like,
She's the sweetest. She taught like high school or elementary, high school, right?
middle school, no, like elementary to middle school. Yeah.
And dude, she was like she has changed lives of many people. She's won like Teacher of the Year awards. Like she is
Awesome.
phenomenal. But she is that kind of person. No, I don't want a golden necklace. Just think about me for an hour and make me a quad.
She said, just think about it. Literally, like, that's what she says. It's hilarious. And she says this as she's drinking, boxed wine, but it's still funny to hear. So,
Is there
Thanks
is
for the
there
Franzia.
anything worse than mom shame where she's like telling you like I really expected more from you? Is there any worse feeling in the world when your mom's like, could you think of me for an hour, please?
and I think it's worse as I get older. Honestly, I think it affects
My
me
mom
more
gets
now,
upset
even
when I
though
don't call her
live
once
with
a
her.
week.
All right, quick break. When we get back, we're going to have a lot of fun with you to end the day. I'm very excited for this.
I can play my new video that I released last night, FYI.
Yes, let's do that. And then we will tell you why, when I was a child, I was told that I had an extra Y gene. A Y gene. That is an extra Y gene chromosome.
You also have a vagina?
That's kind
So
of
you're
what my
two-
friends would say.
you're
They
2
made
times
fun
a
of
male?
me because I believe XX is male.
Nope.
XX is female.
XX is female because the Y looks like a.
Oh, yes, thank you. So they were trying to make the joke that I had the extra gene I think they're just trying to call me gay back before it was like cool and like
It's
that was
not
really
cool to
kind
call
of
anyone
No,
gay?
it's not. I'm saying when it was cool to be gay or it was okay to be gay. I mean, this is back in 1987, folks. This is 1990. This is back. They're trying to say your boy Luch Dog was a woman because of this one thing that I am able to do, and we'll talk about it next. It is Luch Dog in the morning
at litmradio.com.
How to defend yourself efficiently with your handgun? Or use pepper spray with the confidence of real-life training? How about develop an actionable home defense plan? Innovative Defensive Solutions offers realistic personal defense training both in Manassas and Doswell. IDS Training also travels nationwide to host range and classroom locations. Since 2003, IDS Training has been teaching people to improve their safety through contextually accurate and realistic personal defense training, including concealed carry permit courses, pepper spray courses, beginner firearm safety, and of course defensive firearm training. So head over to innovativedefensivesolutions.com or call 571-535-4437 with promo code LUCH, that's L-U-C, and get 20% off their coursework. You can also find IDS on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter with the handle @IDS Training. Innovative Defensive Solutions, making you safer through realistic firearm training. Real training for real life. InnovativeDefensiveSolutions.com.
What's up, y'all? It's Maddie Mads here. This show is sponsored by TTR Studios. Whether it's weddings, parties, karaoke, audio, video production, and all your entertainment needs, call TTR Studios, LLC at 703-850-2223 or check them out at ttrevents.com. Start the show, Luch.
Yes, Belly. Yes, let's go. Let's just keep this up for a second. Tune in to Luch Dog in the Morning every Wednesday and Friday, 10 a.m. YouTube channel TTR Studios. Just rock out in your car for a minute. Drum on your steering wheel. Here we go. Good call, Belly. So welcome to the show. Belly Matt LaBelle, the producer. Matty Potts from the Santa Monica newsroom. And these guys are going to tell me right now, what's the longest you've ever spent on a phone call that isn't for work? Anybody?
4 hours.
4 hours, Potts. 4? Wow.
I mean, in my youth, I used to spend time on the phone. Back when the only thing you could do is talk to your girlfriend on the phone in high school.
But you have a bad track record with that. What would actually hold on? What would your girlfriend? Can you take your girlfriend's mindset from back in the day and speak to you about how your phone skills are? You're your girlfriend.
Let's see.
I want you to tell you.
I have 5 words that I've heard multiple times every time long phone conversations happen. Are you even listening to me?
6.
So 6 words.
Are you even there?
Are you even listening?
To me. So, Potts, 4 hours with who?
I mean, I've done that a few times with like Tinder dates and stuff. Like, if we end up on the call. And can I say, I think, I actually forgot I wanted to know. So, like, I think the key to this online dating is getting them on the phone before the first date.
Talking
if you get
on
them
the
phone and
phone?
actually have a conversation, which is crazy. I think that it's like almost psychotic, but I've started doing it. And the funniest reaction is when you say, "Hey, you want to talk?" And like they'll be like, "On the phone?"
He's right. I actually asked the girl, and she's like, "Oh God, no, I don't do phone calls." I'm like, "What do you
People
mean?"
say no. Some people say, "Okay, I guess."
But that could be a red
because
flag.
it seems to throw them off their game a little bit. Then you get them on the phone, and you get a real feel for their personality. And I'm way better like in person or on the phone than like just like on text. Although I am going to text, but it's a way to take it to the next level and see if you're really worth going out.
But could that be a red flag that you ask them if they want to talk on the phone? If their answer is like a freak out, then you're like, "Oh, you're not for me."
There you go. Even more reason to do it.
Shut it down.
Because you guys came up with the Snapchat filter as a red flag. And let me tell you something. If she's got Snapchats on her dating profile, just run for the woods, man.
Yeah.
That is not a good sign.
Instagram filters are okay, though.
All right, that's fine. But I would say the equivalent to a girl with a Snapchat filter on her profile picture is, ladies, it's the same thing as a guy with a mirror selfie with his shirt off. It's no different. You hate him, we him. Stop it.
Please end this cycle of abuse of
let's talk about
Snapchat filters.
The reason that I was called, the extra Y gene, which makes no sense because then I'd have 2 Ys, right? Guys are XY, right?
Guys are XY.
So YY is nothing.
Yeah, it's like it's like nothing.
So my dumbass 8-year-old friends trying to basically just make fun of me
for
being able to talk on the phone.
8-year-olds.
I can talk on the phone with anybody for as long as you can, as long as you want. Shocker, I end up becoming a radio host. I mean, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I can talk to anybody for however long I need to. I like doing it. So I ended up talking to my ex for 2 hours on a video chat the other night. And Belly's, I came out and Belly's looking at me like, what's going on there, guy? What are you doing there, guy?
Here's the thing about that.
What are you thinking, guy?
About an 15 minutes into the conversation, you should have just said, "Come over."
No, she's no. Okay. No. Now this is where Potts. This is where Potts yells at me, so it's coming. Be ready for it.
I'm trying right now. The end game. What the frick were you doing talking to her? And not even talking video talking.
Yeah. So here's a question. I'm in a weird spot right now where somebody I have dated in the past. I'm talking over a year ago. This is not like recent.
Back in the day.
But this is somebody I dated over a year ago. She's one of my favorite people on the planet. What am I supposed to say? It's not like we broke up and hated each other. Like, she's one of my best friends now. And so now I'm in a weird position where I've realized if I don't know how appropriate it is for me to remain friends with her and to do this stuff. And that makes me really sad. Right now I'm single. So I don't think it's that much of an issue, other than you guys telling me that I'm on her hook and I'm an idiot or any of that. That's fine. I can deal with you guys.
Call you an idiot.
You jagaloons. I can deal with you two.
Potts.
Here he is, the biggest douche of the universe. In all the galaxies, there's no bigger douche than
Very good.
you.
Very good. Thank you.
Out of the whole situation.
But now I don't know what to do because I feel like as soon as I date somebody else, it is now I'm worried about the person that I'm about to date. That's where my head is. Am I going to be able to continue this friendship with my ex once I get a new girlfriend?
No, you can't have 2-hour phone conversations right before bed there, Chief.
Is that
Who
inappropriate?
the fuck cares?
What do you mean who the fuck cares?
Why are you even stressing about it? If the new bae doesn't want you talking to old bae, toodles old bae. That's how you go.
Okay, but I don't think you understand this. Time out.
He says he's not sure how he'd feel about giving her the chop.
I don't want to say goodbye to old bae because she means a lot to me, and not necessarily as a girlfriend, but just somebody in my life. Let me put it this way: you're divorced, but it was not because you didn't like each other. So
right.
let's say what did we call her?
No.
What was the nickname for her?
TBA.
TBA. Yeah, that's right. TBA, the Bangin' Nation. If TBA. And you're still close friends, right? You're close.
I'm going to see her today.
She cuts your hair. Right?
Is that why you're seeing her today?
So if you like that emo swoop, that's all TBA.
Right, but she was my ex-wife. We were together for 8 years,
okay.
8.5 years.
So if now you start dating, TBB, and TBB says, goodbye, TBA, this is not, you can't have this friendship. Are you okay with that?
No, I wouldn't be cool with that
Well,
because
then
that's
get the
bullshit.
fuck
I mean,
out of
like,
here.
she's my
Potts telling me.
ex-wife. Like, I'm not going to. If someone tried to make me draw a line in the sand like that, to me, it's not that. It's like it shows a much bigger issue that she's probably mad jealous and like I'm gonna.
Are you having 2-hour conversations right before bed with TBA?
I have before, but not normal. I mean, that's less and like even the conversations are less and less as time goes on, but they'll just be like text messages like, hey, I'm going to stop by the store tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. But like, if I need her, she's there. But
okay, but time out. Didn't you just tell me if the new girl says old girl's got to go, then you just shut her down? And then you just said about your girl that you would never do that.
Right. My ex-wife, not some chick I was dating for a while, like whatever.
I don't know how different that is. I don't know how different that is.
I would say it depends on the level of and what you're talking about. What you are talking about doesn't necessarily that would cross lines. If you're dating someone else and what you guys are talking about, it probably
we're not talking about like banging each other. We're just having conversations, just catching up.
You're talking about each other's feelings for each other?
No.
All right, so that's a yes. So that is crossing the line.
Yes, no, that I agree. Agree that couldn't happen. The
It's not
2-hour
like-
phone conversations in bed probably can't happen. But can you remain friends?
No, because your girlfriend will probably be right next to you.
Okay, here's the question. Yeah, that's true. Here's the question. Can you remain friends with someone that you've dated and still have feelings for, but you're not looking to date them, but you definitely still have feelings for them? Can you remain friends with them while you date somebody else? Is that fair to the second person?
No. I can break it down for you just like that. The whole reason TBA and I can have a friendship is because we are exactly on the same emotional page. No friendship or anything can ever work unless you're on the exact same emotional page. And if you're not, it will not work. There will be jealousy, period, end of story. And that's it. That's it.
Oh, now we're getting somewhere.
That's what I'm talking about, Potts. That's a very good point, and I recognize that. I know that, and I see that, and I'm
telling you, like, listen to me, people. There's one thing I know. It's like, like I've been divorced, and it was very civil, but I see how it does not be civil at a lot of times. And like, if you're not on the same page, don't even try. You're gonna make things worse. You're gonna fuck things all up. Just step back, because you will either emotionally like put yourself in hell, or you're gonna make that other person put them in hell, and they're gonna lash out and shit gets ugly. It's just no.
It always ends in tragedy.
I try.
Well, I think the hardest part of breaking up with somebody, and I only have 5 minutes left with the people, so we can end on this, but this is an interesting point. When you break up with somebody, the only person I've ever like truly loved is the only girl that I have not talked to after finally ending it. Like, I haven't talked to this girl in probably 8 years.
There you go.
And that's the only time. Everybody else, it was kind of just like, I have no problem staying in touch with you, because it wasn't really a big deal. But if you have like if you're in love with somebody, it's so hard when you break up to say, well, now I can't just cut them out of my life. But yeah, you kind of have to.
You kind of have to. Gotta cut the Afrin.
If you want to be, you gotta cut the Afrin. Switch it over to Flonase.
I mean, with TBA, it's important for me to stay friends with her because I do love her. Like, it just seems like it would be a total waste of like the last 8 years if we didn't talk, because we had some great times and great memories. So that's why it's important for me to stay friends, so the whole thing doesn't seem like an absolute failure.
But the girl that I dated for 6 years, and I mean, I'm friends. That's the only thing. I got to say goodbye to her family now, and like her pets and like all that. Yeah.
Talked to TBA's family. They came to visit me at the store at Marinate.
But why
I literally talked to her brother 2 days ago.
But why can you do that and why can't I? Because they're on the same page, and he's not in love with her anymore.
In the general sense.
In a general sense. I mean, he loves her as a person, but he's not in love with her.
Of course, and vice versa.
And vice versa. They're on the same page with that. They've found a middle
That's
ground
hard to do,
where they
Belly.
are.
That's hard to do.
Very hard to do, and like, look, it has
took 8 years of marriage.
I guess quite easy for her and I, but people think we're insane. Like, her family, our families don't even understand how we could be talking or civil, and it's like, well, because I mean, we love each other.
I'm impressed. You guys did it right. It's very, very not common. It's very uncommon to divorce the way you guys did, and I'm very proud of you and happy for you that you did. Well, there's a lot of people out there going around. I mean, breakups are hard. It's tough, folks. Just like we got to break up with you right now. We got to get the hell out of here for the weekend. I'm going to Charlestown. Let's get fucked up. Let's go. Let's do this thing. Matty Potts, what do you got left for the people?
That's all I got, but you can follow me on Instagram at _up_Matty, M-A-T-Y, shut up, Matty. And I just put out a new video yesterday about incest.
Play it. I want to hear it. Play it. Let's do it before we get out of here. Play your video.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's my bad. I forgot to do that.
Oh, wait.
We got a little treat for the listeners here. Matty Potts puts out random videos. Is this the one that we wrote?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Matty Ruditsky reporting live from the Santa Monica Newsroom, apartment 426. In today's holy crap, white people are really fucking stupid news, a North Carolina man and his biological daughter were charged with incest after the father impregnated her. So this 18-year-old chick finds her biological parents and moves in with them. The girl must have been a total piece of ass because this homeboy started sleeping on her bedroom floor and hitting that shit bareback after his wife fell asleep. Remember when you'd like ask your mom if your bestie could sleep over, but you did it in front of your friends so you knew she couldn't say no? Well, this is nothing like that. These two are just a couple of inbred rednecks. That's all I've got. Thanks for tuning in to all those inbred white folk out there. You can kindly go fuck yourself.
Matty Potts from the Santa Monica. And he just leaves? Oh, that's his sign-off.
That's how you go.
That's pretty good. Oh, man, we had a blast with you guys today. This one went by quick. Wow. Belly, what do you got left for the people, man? We got to get out of here.
Nothing much. It was always good to be here. Have a great weekend, and see you on Wednesday.
See you on Tuesday for the Voice of One Wheel, my friends. Don't miss it. We are going to have the brothers that created the flight fins. That's right. If you have a one wheel and you have a fender, now you can jump it. Get your flight fins. And we'll tell you how on Tuesday with the Voice of One Wheel right here on channel TTR Studios, 11 a.m. Eastern on Tuesday. You know we do this, Luch Dog in the Morning, Wednesdays and Fridays at 10 a.m. And we just couldn't be more happy to hang out with you guys and start the day. Thank you guys from everybody here at TTR Studios. Have a great weekend. It's Luch Dog in the Morning.
At LITMradio.com.